Hello, Mama Sue here. I've come today to talk to you about our scholarship children. We have 93 children on our scholarship scheme, which is such an integral part of our work. It is so important that we can educate children from within the community. This is a very poor community, and at the moment there's no work around because a lot of the hotels are already closed. This is our low season now. We've had a lot of rain. So there isn't much work for anybody at all. So the children have no chance of any education because we seem to have the grandmas and we've got the children, but we seem to have lost the generation in between, either to HIV and AIDS, drug abuse, alcohol. People get very depressed here, living in the conditions that they do. But it's no excuse. They should take care of their families, but sometimes they do find it a little bit impossible. So we want to educate these children, and if we can educate this generation, what a difference they will make to this community. They'll raise it up because they'll bring children up who know the importance of education. Here people say, well, I didn't go to school and your dad didn't go to school, so why do you want to go? They haven't realised, these coastal people, the importance of education. The children love it. The children love the school. They love to feel smart in the uniforms. We do raise them up, and we do raise them up to be more than they can be. And it's what they want. They work hard, and we work hard at maintaining this atmosphere within the school, within the child, because they have to understand what difference it can make. I say to them now, do you want to live in a mud and wattle hut with a baby tied on your back? Or do you be the one that drives past me in Timboni village waving from your nice car? You've just come out your own apartment. You've got a good job in Mombasa. We've raised their aspirations up so that they can achieve. We tell them when they're at school, you stood here on the land of opportunity, because anything you want, we can make it happen here, and it all happens through education. So as I say, I've got 93 children on the scheme, but I've 55 without any sponsors, which is a bit of a push for us really, because we are always hand to mouth. We manage, but we're hand to mouth. And these children, some of them are 20 years old, so we're feeding and clothing men. I started a breakfast club here at Happy House because there were so many children coming to school without food. Here, there's no cornflakes in the cupboard, or a packet of Weetabix, or even some eggs. You know, water's got to be collected, it's got to be boiled, food's got to be cooked. So a lot of children were coming without breakfast, and I say to them, well, you're like little cars. If we put fuel in the car, it'll go. And we put food into kids, they can go. And the difference it's made to them in the mornings is unbelievable. They're brighter, they're happier, they start work at school straight away, they're not still waking up and coming round, and it really has made a difference. Then we give them a snack mid-morning. It can be anything from fresh baked bread from our ovens, or bananas, piece of fresh fruit with tea. So they have that mid-morning, and then we do a lunch. Very often a vegetarian lunch, but it's very healthy. It's full of greens, vegetables that we grow here, rice or ugali, beans. Sometimes we use dried fish that the kids love, called kumba, and that's really healthy for them. Lots of oil, fish oil and calcium. So we oh, excuse me. So we do try and give them a healthy diet and plenty of food, but it all costs. And uniforms and shoes. We do ask now for the sponsored children that parents do buy shoes, because they've got to have some commitment. It's too easy for people to sit back and think, well, she'll do it. They'll give him that. They've got to have something that they have to take responsibility for their own children, whether you're the grandparents or whether you're the mum, father, whoever you are, auntie, uncle. There should be some commitment somewhere along the line. But if they can't, well, obviously we buy the shoes as well, which are a terrific financial item for us. because not only are we putting 93 pairs of shoes on the scholarship children, we're also putting them on the children at Happy House. So that's another financial burden for us. We do have an in-house machinist who makes all the uniforms. We buy the material and she makes every uniform to fit the child. And we do pass down, like any big family. We always pass down. When you've grown out of your shirt, you bring it in. We will make you another one, but we want the small one. It'll fit somebody. Everything fits somebody here. But I am asking you if you can sponsor, if you know anybody who can sponsor these older children through their education, because we have got good results. We're having exams again next week. We're waiting for some exams we had a couple of months ago to hear we could be top of the zone. So if we are, that's a fantastic. I promised the kids a party. So they seem a bit sure because they're already rehearsing. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We're waiting for the exam results to be published. So, and the highest child on Class 8 in the KCP, which is the big exam at the end of the year for Class 8, was a 432. I've got some children, 6 or 8 children in Class 8, who are already scoring 410, 420. So there's chance we could be topping Kenya through our education, through the standards. But if we could just have some help, some more sponsorship, if you know, maybe your brother or your mother or anybody, friends at work, colleagues, you know, we do send updates, we do send exam results, we've just updated all the profiles on the children. So we do a lot of work towards making a sponsor feel involved with the child. So please have a think about it. Have a talk to your friends if you can. We need 55 more sponsors. I know it's a lot, but you know, £20 a month, it would help us tremendously. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for your love and support. God bless. Bye.